I must say I'm sort of shocked by some of the comments which are put up on the site under these videos. The, the idea that only one of the two podcasters, Alistair Campbell and Rory Stewart, has integrity. It's it's nonsensical. Uh, the and somebody's picked up this thing about woke ideas. I don't really know what woke is. I don't think anybody knows what woke is. I remember when I was uh, in the week or so before the Circle, one of the producers rang me up and said that they thought that I was woke, and I said I had no idea what that was. And they said, "Oh, it's just being kind." And I thought, well, yeah, then in that case, I'm woke. But we all know that's not exactly what woke is. Woke is some abstract uh, collection of tribal concepts that put you in a particular group as opposed to another particular group. And I think it's about time we recognize we don't belong to groups. We aren't tribal. Life isn't some sort of um, Paleolithic soccer game where you're on one side or the other side. Life is life, and every day you make different choices and you have different opportunities and different situations that require different answers. There's no mask here. I don't. I don't claim to be. I don't claim to have one foot in one particular group's pen and one foot in the other group's pen. I don't believe in it. I believe in dealing with every situation on its own merits, if that's at all possible. The problem is we don't understand all the ideas, and we don't have to because they're not our problems. What we have to do is to understand how these events, these world events or these national events, impinge on us. And they do so slightly, but we look at events from our point of view. We don't understand them. We understand how we fit in to the overall situation, to how things are playing out. Some events are so large that they're going to affect us whatever happens. Some events are so small that they're never really going to affect us. But we can look on and we can sympathize. And in the same way as we look on great tragedies in ancient Greece and we have this cathartic experience, this sense of cleaning, purging, we sometimes we can live vicariously through other people's awful stories and wonderful stories. But that is the most we can do. We can also practice, I suppose, our empathy and our sympathy. But as I say, the majority of stories don't directly impinge on us. And to assume that we have some sort of paradigm where we live in a world that is completely one colour. We live in this blue world, or we live in this red world, or we live in this pink world. It's absurd. And those people who listen to the wireless and they think they know the people who are talking on the other end, they think they know O'Brien. They think they know Carol Vorderman. You don't. You don't. And you should be grateful that there are people who are giving up their time to put forward views to enhance the quality of our lives, to give us an opportunity to debate and to discuss. And it's we should feel privileged to sit down and talk about these great issues with people who we think we agree with people who we think we don't agree with. We should feel privileged because they are in the center of things. We are on the edge. And people who think they know me and think that I've got some sort of passionate hatred for this person or that person. I haven't really, at all. I have interests. I have observations. But would I be thrilled to sit down with Jacob Rees-Mogg and discuss what's going on? Absolutely, I would. Or even with Nadine Dorries, although I think she could barely barely analyze things. But she has lived in the middle of events. I haven't. She's lived in the middle of those events. And I think back to these moments when she was barely articulate in the House of Commons, in the in that central chamber on television. And you just think, well, actually, when all the cameras are on you, stringing a sentence together without hesitation, without pausing, without mumbling, without looking incoherent is a skill. And she didn't always have it. I think we need to reflect on the way that we process information. It's not our right to receive it. It's our privilege to receive it. And we don't own it. We observe. We are observers in this great mystery of life. And I hope I offer a little window into that. But no more than that. No more. And sometimes the comments are so good. And sometimes the comments are really disturbing. I leave it to you.